we're going to go to our next guest, and we're going to be talking about the pancreatic cancer in Lustgarten, and you're wearing your purple.
We are.
We are.
Yes. Tell me, you're raising a lot of money?
We are.
have in the past.
We have.
This is our 19th annual walk, and in the last 18 years, we raised over $1.4 million. Starting slow,
But it built.
it built, and
built.
the last pre-COVID year, we brought in
Over 150, yeah.
$152,000.
It's a lot of money
So-
to bring it up that you raise.
Yeah,
And you are a force, both of you.
thank
I
you.
believe we are.
Yeah, no kidding. Pancreatic cancer, just to talk about that briefly, it's one of those cancers that by the time you find out you have it, it's almost too late.
Yeah.
I lost, I think, at least 2 friends that within 3 months. Each one, from the time that they heard about it to the time they died, it was 3
Yeah.
months. They were both professors at colleges, by the way. So
It's very common.
what the thrust, I think, of your research, part of it is early diagnosis.
Yes,
Yes,
because
ma'am.
if you find it early enough to
It's
be
curable.
operable,
Yeah.
then you survive. And that's what we're raising funds for.
Are there blood tests? I understand that there's some
There
blood
is a
tests.
blood test
Yes.
that is going to be starting clinical trials.
I just heard about that, yeah.
It's called Cancer-Seek. And
Is it for all cancers or
It
just?
detects 8 different kinds of
The
cancer.
most common ones.
99% accuracy in detecting that kind of cancer.
The
And
colon cancer is another one. I hope that
Yes,
they
and
threw that in there.
ovarian
Yeah.
Yep.
and breast.
and 72% accuracy in identifying pancreatic cancer in stages 1 through 3. And that
That's
is
where you can do
amazing.
something.
That's
with
when
it.
you can do something,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, I know I'm on the, because of my background, I get all the alerts on that. And so I watch carefully about the pancreatic cancer,
Yeah.
especially knowing the 2 of you and what your passion is to raise money for Lustgarten.
Yes.
Tell me, what is Lustgarten?
Lustgarten Foundation is a foundation dedicated to pancreatic cancer research, privately funding pancreatic cancer
And
research.
all the money that you raise goes there?
100% of
Yes.
money raised.
So there's no, like, a fundraiser, somebody takes a cut on it?
No,
No.
there is a separate administrative amount coming in
And
that supports that.
it's underwritten. So every penny that anyone who comes to our walk gives goes straight to research.
And where is the research done? Is this like farmed out to different colleges in
It's everywhere.
NIH?
There
or
is a
anything?
consortium that they've created, and they're all over.
Yeah.
They're actually in Europe. Hospitals are contributing to the research. They're no longer at each other's throats.
Well,
That's
see,
the big thing.
that's,
That was the
there was
big
that
hug with-
competition.
yes. That was the big thing with Stand Up to Cancer, and which Lustgarten, if you've ever watched their programs, is always featured. Because instead of all the researchers competing for money, they are working together.
Yep.
And that, therefore, things are accelerated.
The collaborative effort has multiplied
Yep.
the rate of success.
There's a
Potential,
pan-
yeah.
Lustgarten
Exponentially.
is part of the Pancreatic Cancer Collective,
Yeah.
Yep.
so they're working together.
When we work together, we always do better. But
Absolutely.
why
Except
can't
in
we,
our case, because
why can't we get it through our heads throughout our entire
that would be
life?
wonderful.
That
I
no
wish
matter
we
what
could.
field we're in, let's work together.
Yes.
I don't know why we all seem to be, I want to be the best. I want to be, that kind of
Right.
thing. So I want to come out with a cure.
You
work
know, that's
together.
great in sports
Yeah,
to be competitive.
yeah.
But why be competitive in research?
No.
But there's no I in team, as every physical
Oh, yeah, I
education
mean, that's
teacher will
right.
tell
But
you.
that's true, really. So when are you having this walk?
We are in the same busy weekend. We will be walking on the morning of September 11th, on Sunday.
it's a busy-
So
busy week.
Very
people
busy.
who have gone to the Italian festival can walk off some of that so that they can then go to the Carrot Festival and have dessert.
Right. My mouth has been watering all morning listening
So we
to
can
this.
you can get rid of some of that guilt.
Now,
Read
what
it.
time is the
Registration is at 8 a.m.
okay.
And we have a number of activities in the pavilion. at Elm Avenue Town Park in Delbar.
Because even if you're not walking, you can be
Oh, yes.
supportive there.
We have a
Absolutely.
pick a prize auction. We have, there'll be a live band, Shades of Grey will be playing. We have a complimentary coffee and from Dunkin' Donuts and Price Chopper apple cider donuts and apple cider. We have a face painter. We have purple hair extensions, so the kids are busy.
What a great idea.
The
And-
Schenectady puppet people come for the kids.
Right, and massage chair.
There'll be a masseuse. And we also, because this is Neil's craziness, we have a pet parade. So many people came with their
It's
pets
a party.
dressed up.
It is a party.
It
Well, it was
is.
funny because when I went to announce it, I go like, well, it's a celebration, but it's also, so I have a little struggle there because we want to pay homage to those
Yes.
that have passed and fought the fight.
Yes.
Fought the
And everybody
fought the
who's
fight.
coming has lost somebody, and we have many families that come and just gather and remember, but also remember with joy and work so that other families will not have to go through this.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that it's hope, and looking at where their money is going and the research that's being done.
And it is sort of a family thing because teams come back year after year to
Yeah.
celebrate the lives of those that we've lost
Okay.
every single year.
So if you put a team together, what kind of contribution do you make to it?
Each person registering is asked to contribute $50.
Okay, well,
For
that's-
registration fee. Now, that can be, you can put in the $50.
Or you can raise it.
You can raise it so people can support people walking.
Hopefully that $50 would be a lot higher if they get some support.
Yes, yes. And also, we encourage people, if you have family out of town or people who don't feel comfortable coming out in this day of COVID, you can be a virtual walker.
Oh, okay.
And you can still fundraise and help out and work in your own neighborhood. You know, join us from home and think about us. We will have our opening ceremonies. We will have a moment of silence for those lost.
We're going to have a color guard.
Yes, because
Boy
it's
Scout color
9/11.
guard.
So we will also honor the lives lost of 9/11.
Yeah,
and
because you're
also-
doing it on 9/11.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and also, we will ask any first responders and health professionals to come and join our survivors at the ribbon cutting to start the walk.
It's a way to bring people together for, I don't want to say common, but it is a common feeling that, that you're supporting and you're helping. I think the feel that I get is you're helping. You're
Yes.
trying to find a cure for this. Or
Right.
even if you can't find the cure, you find how to diagnose it quickly, and then maybe you got the next step that you
Yes, and there are treatments now also that are
Yeah.
that are being studied, and advances in that as well. So the fact is that we've been doing this for 19 years.
You've been on my show, I think, almost every year.
Yeah, and
We're growing old together.
Yeah, we're growing old.
the amount of research that has come out in the last 8 years has been. It's sort of like when you do something, you get 80% of the stuff done in 20% of the time, but then you get the last 20% in 80%
Yeah,
of the time.
it dwindles, yeah.
Yeah, so there was a large, rapid amount of fundraising early on, but in the last 8 years, we've seen a great number of advancements in pancreatic cancer research.
We're using artificial intelligence. They're finding that they're training artificial intelligence to be used to look at scans where even a pathologist looking with the best magnifying glasses,
Yeah,
magnifying
AI,
stuff,
Yeah.
doesn't find as much as AI is finding. We're looking at targeted drug therapies. So
they're
that they
doing a
can
lot
look
with-
at the genetics of your particular cancer and work more effectively at treating
The
it.
Albany College of Pharmacy is doing a lot with biopharmaceutics.
They've walked with us. caps.
Yes, they
Okay.
did.
They're really, and I mean, I went through their new facility. It's amazing what they're doing, the in and the out. I mean, it's what they're doing with cell work and the biopharmaceutics. I think that is the next step when it
Yes.
comes to treatment, is that if we can streamline treatments to the person.
Yes.
Through their DNA or whatever
Right.
it is. They're doing it with breast cancer now, so why
Yes.
not do it with all the
Well, they're
cancers?
looking at that,
Absolutely.
they're looking at developing organoids. So they're taking a person's cancer,
Growing it in a
The big-
petri
yeah.
dish and treating it with particular chemicals to see what will happen.
We've been doing that with bacteria for when
Yes.
you have an infection. I
Yeah.
used to set up these petri dishes, and
Sure.
you'd set up the different treatments, and then you just see which ones had the big circle that it didn't grow at all.
Yep.
well, they're trying to do the same
We used to
thing
do
with
that
with the
research, yeah.
therapies for pancreatic cancer, because that means that instead of, we all know people who have gone through one treatment, not had much success, and then the next, and then the next. We want to go straight to the most effective for that
Yeah,
particular individual.
not just trial and error, but to try and just cut right to the
Exactly.
chase and get to that one spot
Yep.
where it does.
For that particular patient.
So
Yeah.
that's where all our hope is.
And even though we talk about pancreatic cancer, there's probably just a little bit different with each one of them that, and then throw in the DNA.
Yep.
Right.
So now you've got a few things that you can put together and try and do that treatment. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, I hope that you get really a great turnout as well. and
We
to
hope
Thank
raise
you.
so
more
too.
We
money.
hope so too.
We hope to
You
get
know,
back to
in
pre-COVID numbers.
2019, we had over 600 people at the walk.
That's wonderful.
In 2020, of course, everything was done virtually. In 2021, we had over 350 people. And that was still
That was in the
questionable.
middle of the pandemic.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we expect to have
And
a
it's
lot more
outside,
people
so
now.
I think that
It
we
is.
feel a little bit more comfortable
It
being
is outside.
Yeah.
And we will do everything carefully. Any of the food is going to be served with people with gloves. It will not be people
Yeah,
handling things.
everybody's careful.
We're going to do all that stuff. So have your Italian festival on Saturday. Come to us on Sunday morning, walk a little bit of it off,
And if you can't, send in a check.
and then go to the Carrot Festival.
Yeah.
And we'll take money any day of the week.
Any day
Right.
of the week. Thank you both for being here.
Thank
and,
you.
Thank you.
And keep up the fight.
Thank
We
you.
will.
So
We'll see you
important.
next year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
God willing and the creek don't rise. Good. Thank you so much for being here,
Thanks.
and good luck with everything.